Yes, this time I was right on time. Also, I need to reset my tracking. Better. So, how are you all doing? Because I have actually slept well today. Huh. Anyway. Final Fantasy XIV, that was what we're gonna do today. Let me see, I have the game up and running. I need to close out of WhatsApp. Check my live status on Blue Sky. Yes. Message is in. Okay, all good. I have coffee. My controllers are all turned off, so no weird camera movement. Also, I should check my audio. See if my mixers aren't set up wrong. Yeah, all good. Oh, Willow's live too. Okay. Let's get into the game, shall we? Three, 2, 1. There we go. Now let me just also turn on the game music. Because I normally mute that whenever I am outside of the game. I'm just listening to my own music. So, open arms, closed gate. Alphino is ready to take to the road once more. Assuming you have no objections, let us make our way directly to the city outskirts. If we time our arrival just right, we may be lucky enough to see why I have yet to set foot in Eulmore, despite my best efforts to do so. From here we must head west and then cross a small bridge. This lantern. In universe, this lantern hasn't had to be lit for a century. Yesterday I checked. This clock showed 3 o'clock showed around midnight. It was still bright out in world. Actually, let's go ahead and... The Southern Crossing. There's my boy Alfie. Bright Cliff. Calusia seems peaceful, does it not? Almost familiar? I had a similar impression of the Crystarium. Even in this distant world, people are much the same. To think that whenever a calamity struck the source, a reflection such as this one, of all its culture and history, was being erased from existence. No, get away from me! Over there! Quickly, someone's in trouble. Survived. Aha! Look out! Are you alright, man? My poor heart. Thank you, young sir. Ah, there you are. In my haste, I lost my bearings, but I see you have the situation well in hand. Fine work. Are you alright, madam? Just a few bruises from where I fell. Nothing compared to what was in store for me when this brave soul came to my rescue. I honestly thought I was done for. My feet are not as swift as they once were, and I knew there was no one left to hear me scream. Why did I let that stop me? I should probably leave my old house behind and queue up outside Eulmore with the rest of them. Doubt those fancy lords and ladies would welcome an old crone like me. Heck, still even a shack near the gate has to be safer than staying here. One would hope. Either way, I suggest to avoid wandering alone, lest you make the Sin Eater's task any easier. Thank you again. You saved my life. Now, I'm sure a strapping lad like you has little to fear, but I wouldn't linger long in this place. There's naught to be had here but cobwebs and memories. Tis as the lady says. Many in these parts have abandoned their homes to live in Eulmore's shadow. Should the Sin Eaters descend upon this region, there are precious few with the strength to fight them off. Speaking of which, what have you been told of these monsters? A brief history then. It was not long after the flood swallowed the better part of the world that the Sin Eaters first appeared. Some beastly, some beauteous. Yet regardless of their form, they all seem incapable of speech, and are all driven by the same insatiable appetite for mortal ether. They are predators, and we are their prey. Colusia suffers from far fewer attacks than most regions, but even so, the list of the Sin Eater's victims grows longer by the day. A tragedy without end. Still, we have won a small victory this time at least. Now, shall we press on? We need to return to where the road forks and follow the path that leads west. I'm gonna be using my chocobo, why not? I mean, I have them, so... That is the chisel. And there we are, and here we are. Favelas. Is it spoken?
That gate up ahead is known as the Open Arms, and Eulmore itself lies beyond. This, meanwhile, is the aptly named Gate Town, the dwelling place of the many desperate souls who hope to be chosen to live in the city proper.
Ah, I thought I recognised you. Brought a new friend, eh?
A begrimed bloke. Hello.
I'll bet you got a trick or two up your sleeve. Maybe even 3. Care to show me?
Huh?
He's not here to compete. Leave him be.
What? I was only making conversation.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention, please!
Best we approach.
Greetings to our hopeful petitioners, one and all. Eulmore extends its warmest regards. Let it be known that a lady of distinction wishes to dine on fish divine. We seek a master culinarian who can guarantee seafood perfection. Dazzle the matron with your delicious dishes, and life in the city will be yours to enjoy. Even on days when fish is not on the menu! Who among you will answer the call? Name yourself or another, we may not at all.
Fish, is it? Was there anyone?
What about that girl?
Do you recall how I said Eulmore was a center of power and authority? Well, that is
It's
not the only reason for its fame. It is also known as the City of Final Pleasures. The noble and the wealthy who survived the flood gathered here to live out the rest of their days in decadent abandon. A poor man could sooner pass through the Iron Needle than Eulmore's gates. The only way the common folk can enter this perverted paradise is if they fulfill the whim of one of the privileged, and so they are picked over like market produce.
What a catch! We'll not be throwing this one back. Having seen your all too obvious charms, we welcome you with open arms. Come, join us in the city of splendor and live out your life in an ecstasy of endeavor.
You always rhyme.
Oh, just look at those expectant faces. What could you possibly be waiting for? Well, what have we here? An extra share of meal to celebrate our newest resident! For you.
Ah, at last!
Enjoy!
Thank goodness.
Over here!
Meal is a foodstuff which Eulmore routinely doles out to the people of Gate Town, and apparently a staple for its citizens as well. Many here rely on it to survive in these times of scarcity. Yet the whole arrangement just seems...
Exploitative?
well, let's just say it leaves a bad taste in my mouth.
As I said, exploitative. Wait, I'm getting... I think we've been spotted. Now you understand why my attempts to enter the city have thus far come to naught. The dubious privilege of residency must be won via a contest with ever-changing rules. They say this policy has been in place for the past 2 decades, ever since Eulmore's current ruler came to power. Yet from what I have seen, it does more harm than good. Not only does it distract people from our shared struggle against the Sin Eaters, it robs them of their self-sufficiency. I have tried to propose ways they could improve their lot, but my words invariably fall on deaf ears. The attitude is so entrenched now, I worry that, well, mayhap you should take a turn around Gate Town and judge the situation for yourself. Okay, here we go. Full belly and plain charm, eh? I don't think that's the rules. The Brugrind bloke from earlier. Still here, are you? Can't blame you for wanting a slice of Eulmore's pie. If you ask me, you should ditch that sour-faced brat and make a home for yourself here. Gate Town's not much to look at, eh? But at least it's safe. But the meal is the best thing I've ever tasted. Is it the only thing you've ever tasted? Because believe me, I have this feeling I know better. I have this feeling I know better foodstuffs. All filling that sort of stuff. What happened to that girl? A bubbling cookpot. A large pot bubbles over the flame. Pale chunks, meal, you realize, float in the otherwise plain broth. Spices distinct to it, eh? I've not been here long myself, but I can help you get the lay of the land if you want, newcomer. Reek. Clearly a missile round. A preoccupied petticoat. Just look at it. Can you imagine a more beautiful city? Every day I dream of the life that waits for me inside those walls. Oh, will they ever pick me? I have this feeling you're not gonna like it. You've seen what Gatetown has to offer? These people can no longer fend for themselves. They've become dependent on handouts of meal and believe Eulmore is the answer to all their woes. Yet no matter how I frame my encouragement, they seem unwilling, nay, unable to conceive of any other way of life. A fickle existence. Alphino wears a look of profound disapproval. You disapprove of Eulmore? It is difficult to make a final judgment without first seeing the city's inner workings. Mayhap it is that uncertainty which always makes me feel so ill at ease here. Not that it matters, however unjust this system seems to me. If these people claim to be content with their lot, it's hardly my place to criticize their choices. But take that elderly lady you rescued. Does it not seem that those who have chosen to forgo Eulmore's largesse are doomed to suffer for their independence? In the end, they are all but forced to seek refuge in Gatetown. And so hamlets and fields across the island are left empty and untended, hastening the region's descent into ruin. Nay, I am not convinced that Eulmore's generosity truly serves the best interests of Calusia's people. I am not so naive as to think there is some miraculous solution to all of this. Yet I cannot help but frown at the sight of hard-working villagers struggling to survive. Even as the chosen few rejoice at being plucked from poverty by the hand of a capricious noble. There has to be a better way. I will not know for sure, however, until I have taken those long-delayed steps through Eulmore's gates. It is fortunate you arrived when you did, Knezzy. I've been working on a scheme to insinuate myself into the city. And if all goes to plan, it should soon come to fruition. There's a beast tribe who makes it its home in the seas surrounding the island. The Ondo, they are called. Though you and I know them as Sahagin. For the most part, they keep to themselves in the ocean grottos, and rarely have dealings with land dwellers. But as Titaru took such great pains to impress upon me during our stay in Kugane, business favors the bold, and so I reached out to them. I duly discovered the Ondo are inordinately fond of land-grown produce, fresh fruits in particular. When I offered to procure such goods to them, for them they promised to pay me in pearls. An attractive business venture for any prospective investor, would you not agree? Surely, even the most jaded Eulmorean lord would have time for a merchant who can make pearls from plums and pumpkins. Yes, I've come a long way since my days of buying samurai swords have had first negotiating a price. I mean, that makes sense. Good lad. My appointment with the Ondo is due to take place in a few hours. I just need to collect the produce and meet with them on the shore. Might you help me make the exchange? I'm in. Look at you! Excellent. I should be glad of your company. First things first, then, we must pay a visit to Moshimoa, my supplier in right. Come, it's just to the northwest of here. Oh. Lads, I think we've been overheard. I am gonna go just in a straight line. This is the twisted version of the Notia. A wise woman once said that she who does not pay heed to the skies will most surely get wet. Sound advice if you ask me. Yep. Dress up rub on. This is Moshimoa, the farmer of whom I spoke. Is there something I can do for you, friend? Good day to you, Moshimoa. This is my associate Kanezi. We are here to collect the produce I purchased. I loaded your lackey up with the goods not long ago. My lackey? No such person. Mr. Lad, short blue hair, no? He said he'd come on your behalf, and since he seemed to know all the details, I just assumed... Confound it. Someone must have been eavesdropping on our conversation. If this charlatan was here not long ago, he can't have gone far. We should split up and search the area. You find a vantage point on the south side of town, and I shall take the west. Search the surroundings for a male minstrel with short blue hair. You may move the camera as well as zoom in and out. Target a likely suspect and inspect him with left mouse button. Gotcha. You have located your quarry. Well. Looks like I have myself. Over there. You have a keen eye. Let us move in before he makes good his escape. Target locked. Okay, first this guy. Ahem. Ahem.
There you are.
There you are.
The thief who claims the harvest on my behalf. Hand it over.
Well, forgive me. I have to get into the city.
Why so?
I have no family and all my friends have already been chosen. No one here gives a damn about me. When the meal gets handed out, I'm lucky if I get a smell of it. No matter what I do, they won't call out my name. I'm so tired, I'm so bloody hungry. I thought maybe I could steal your idea. Get in that way.
I had an idea.
What is your name?
Spill, kid. I've
Kai Shear.
Kai Shear.
Tell me then, Kai Shear. Must it be Eulmore or nothing? What of the Crystarium? They may not offer charity, but you would be fairly compensated for any work you did.
No, it has to be Eulmore. That's where all my friends are. We made a promise that we'd live together in paradise.
Alfie?
I was to make my deal with the Ondo at the Clave. Listen carefully, and I shall tell you my plans for the business, and how best to arouse the Eulmorans' interest.
You'll give me your place? Just like that?
I'm giving you a chance and nothing more. What comes of it is entirely up to you.
I understand. Oh, thank you, thank you!
We are indeed a package deal.
This was but one path. There will be others. But for young Kai Shear, it was the difference between life and death. I do not regret my decision, yet I will admit that a part of me wonders if it was for the best.
Let's be airport then.
We strive to bring swift salvation to this world, that countless lives might be saved, not least your own. Even if it came at the cost of one man, should I have forged on regardless?
That's not the Alphino I remember.
I suppose not. Were Estinian here, he would most likely scoff at my soft-heartedness.
Same old Alphino, ever the slave to sentiment.
I wish I had the buttons.
But I thank you for your kind words nonetheless. Let us see to it that both these stories have a happy ending. Shall we return to Wright then?
Mm-hmm.
Is that? I can't be sure, but I think... Come on.
Can I jump into the water? Nope, I have to go around. No, wait. Nope, I cannot. Fenmont Yards. This up. Bison AK. The first equivalent of an Aurochs. I found an Aether current. One moment, Alphino. I need to tag this. Here. It's breathing, I think. Alright. Come on. Easy does it. That should take care of the worst of his injuries. Mercy. Mercy, I beg you. Breathe easy, sir. No harm will come to you here. The poor man's shivering. Pray keep an eye on him while I get a fire going. Oh, I thought for certain I was dead. How am I ever to repay this kindness? We'll settle for the tale behind your current predicament. Why don't you begin by telling us your name? Tristal. I was invited into Eulmore to work as an artist. Huh? A wealthy couple took me in to paint pictures for them. But when my style proved contrary to their taste, they just as quickly turfed me out onto the street. I was left penniless and patronless, a grave sin in Lord Vorfrey's city. Within days, they had brought me before the man himself, and he asked me what I was meant to do. Dejected as I was, I told him that I wished to leave. Little did he know how soon he would grant me my wish. They flung me over the balustrade into the god's damned ocean. From up there? How were you not dashed to pieces? Don't ask me. Luck, I suppose. If you hadn't found me when you did, it wouldn't have counted for much. Monstrous. And the citizens condone such barbaric punishment. Oh, without a second thought, when Lord Vorfrey passes judgment, no one so much as blinks, let alone argues. In Eulmore, his word is law. If so... that fire's changed the chill from my bones. Thank you again. The more I hear about Eulmore, the more determined am I to see what waits within its walls. I shall bend all my thoughts towards securing another way into the city. There must be something we can do. But first, we should convey Tristal to the shelter of the village. Fire or no fire, he needs to be out of this chilly coastal air. Way into the city. Wait, what town are we talking? Oh, right. 100 gil down the drain. The noise. New to ride, traveler. There's plenty of work to go around, and not much in the way of amusements, I'm afraid. I wonder what Tristal will do now. Pray accept my deepest gratitude. I owe you both my life. If you'll permit me, I would assist you in your attempt to enter Eulmore. Insofar as I am able, at any rate. To be frank, the thought of sending my saviors into that awful place makes me sick to your stomach. But since it's plain you've set your minds on it, you should take this. It's my favorite paintbrush. The Eulmoran elite are never satisfied until they get exactly what they want. And if I'm not mistaken, the couple I mentioned will be looking for someone to replace me. If you make a show of owning such a well-used brush, you may well be able to convince people you have a talent for painting. Are you certain? This is your livelihood. You cannot deprive you of such a treasured possession. I give it gladly after all you've done for me. Besides, I don't think I have the heart to paint anymore. As to what I'll do now, instead, I honestly haven't decided. But I shan't stay long in this place. Not with that city brooding over me. Nay, I'll move on to new lands and a new profession. And I'll keep you in my prayers from now until my dying day. Tristal? Should you make it into the city, have care of what you say and do. I wouldn't want you to save my life only to lose your own. Oh. Huh? What? Hello. The city of final pleasures. Alpha, no ways the brush you received from Tristal. Deep in thought. They say kindness is its own reward, but Tristal's repaid us with a gift as timely as it wasn't expected. We will, however, need to act upon it. Oh, you're from Russia. Aha. Hopefully I do have some modest skill for brush. Nothing approaching that of a true artist, of course, but enough to play the whole role, I would hope. Don't kid yourself, Alpha. No, I've seen your work. As for you, Well, if you don't mind taking a subordinate role, perhaps you could pose as my assistant. Then it is settled. All we need to do now is return to Gate Town and await the next appearance of those vile jesters. Oh, I hear the guitar in the background of that. Chocobos deployed. Whoop. Nope. Up. Slow road. Wait at the designated location. Cutscene time. Here they come. Ladies and gentlemen, your attention once more. What day it's been for our folks at the door. Welcome the peddler who made pearls from a plum, and now we've a place for a painter of aplomb. So come along and don't be slow. It's time to let your colors show. Our turn. I can paint, portraits at least. Landscapes and still lines are so rarely commissioned these days. Oh, I thought I spied some new faces in the crowd. What fortune that you should feel at ease around an easel. What proof have you of your prowess? Any masterpieces on your person? Sadly not, everything I paint is soon sold. Such is the life of a working artist. I only have my brush to testify for me. Though you will know that it has seen no small amount of service. Haha, flecks of paint both old and new, a tool much loved and much used. No prop to be conjured on the hop. Very well, come with us and we'll put those talents to the test. And who is this hanger-on? A well-wisher or parasite? Why, this is my assistant. He whose unfailing support allows my art to flourish. I will go with him or not at all. Parasite, then. We shall leave his fate in the hands of your new employer. Matters not a whit to us. But having filled our latest vacant space, we return to Eulmore's sweet embrace. See me, the meal. We almost took our leave without leaving a loving token. Stand in the sacks ere we make our way back. Yikes. They are completely... They don't even... Oh, wait, I've entered the sanctuary. Entering a different zone, so...
Redemption is beyond us. The lament of all but saints and fools, and the comfort of the lords and ladies of this accursed place. Once they held fast against the madness, only to embrace the coming cataclysm and delight in the end of days.
Eulmore.
Perhaps in rapture they seek to lose themselves and the misery they share. Or perhaps for them alone, the promise of eternal pleasure really does hold true.
This is... Eulmore. Finally. Eh? You need something. Oh, this... Okay, this is the information NPC. Halfburn. Come inside, see my dance. It's an experience you won't soon forget. Free of charge. Just make sure you tell your face and friends. Oh. Oh. It's... Welcome to the city of final pleasures. Feel free to weep at its magnificence. No, not a single tear. Moving right along then. First task is to register as residents, you know? Make it all nice and official. We'll smooth the way, so you just need to put on your happy faces and head through to Joyous Hall. The Bureau of Immigration is the first room on the left side of the passage. Declare your name and occupation in a nice, loud voice. The clerks will tell you where to go from there. And pay no mind to those folk off the side of the road. Much like the hopefuls in Gatetown, they haven't earned the right to enter the city proper. If however you enjoy basking in the envy of your fellow man, then by all means take your time. But why waste another moment? Oh. Yep, this is basically a twisted mashup of Limbs of Lamensa and Uldar. Bureau of Immigration, was it? Suppose we better show ourselves willing for the time being. First, attune to this. Usually if I see a character basically like doesn't look like they're wearing just basic clothing, I immediately just have to assume NPC. That is another player. Wait a moment. Hey! This guy's got the hairstyle originally picked for this. Is he? Ah. Welcome to Eulmore, fortunate friends. May I have your names? I am Alphino, an artist, and this is Gnezi, my assistant. Ah, yes, I was informed of your imminent arrival. I can forego the usual interview and begin processing the registration papers forthwith. Now, the citizens of Eulmore are divided into two classes. There are the free, who are blessed with the favor of Lord Warfrey, and the bonded, who work in the employ of the free. They'll be joining the ranks of the bonded. Your duty serves. Ah. Painting pretty pictures. Work as a general laborer. I see. And would you tell us something of the patron we are to serve? Julia Chai, a mistle couple from... Oh. Paperwork. Uh-huh. All in order. These are your registration documents. Thank you. You've in paradise. Bureau of Registration. Wait, what stuff is here? Just Skywatcher, there's... Okay, we have some market stuff. No market board, but... Welcome to the Bureau of Registration. Papers, please. Here you go. What do we have here? Alphino artist, Kinesi artist assistant. To be employed in the service of Lord Chai Nurse and Lady Julia Chai. Yes, everything seems to be in order. Your registration is hereby approved. Oh dear. It's hideous. Itch. It's like an unholy miasma of dust and sweat and musk of some unwashed beast. Huh? Next door and scrub yourselves clean. Use whatever. Ah. Really? I didn't realize we were so aromatic. Okay, I guess. You rinse yourself clean in a stream of water. Don't like it. You haven't dressed already, have you? That's not to say it seems right. I suppose for one's ablutions, does it not? What would Alisaie would have been drying her hair by now. Wouldn't she just? Very well, she'll endeavor to emulate her boldness then. Courage, Alphino! Eek. Well, that was bracing. I believe the lingering smells of the road have been successfully expunged. Shall we go and present ourselves to our new patrons then? bit more. A bit less. Ah. You're looking to present yourselves to the Chais, are you? Let me explain how the city's laid out, then. Imagine 3 layers, one on top of the other. This layer here is called the buttress. Above us is the understory, where the military has its headquarters, and above that you've got the canopy, which is where the free citizens of Eulmore spend their days. So if you were to find your new patrons, you'll need to keep climbing until you run out of stairs. Look at the Grand Dame's parlor. They'll be in there, like as not. I'll just go ahead and click whatever ones I pass by on the way up. Here we have the... Oh. I'm not allowed to use the Aetheryte yet. Oh, what is it? Spit it out then.
Who's this then?
Okay, that's a voice I did not expect.
Lord and Lady Chai, pray forgive our intrusion. I am given to understand you were in search of an artist.
Ah, you must be the new,
Oh, goodness me! What an adorable boy! That silken hair, those pearly cheeks, oh, and you even smell wonderful, like a bed of flowers. I approve of this one, dearest. I am positive he'll paint us the most delightful pictures.
Yes. Well, as long as he paints better than that talentless wretch we sent packing last week.
Wonderful, wonderful! Welcome to Eulmore.
Alphino, if it please you, my lady. And this is my assistant.
At your service.
Your assistant? I've heard of folk bringing in family members, but this seems a bit irregular. Aren't you a little young to have a protege?
We are family in all but name, my lord. Though we share no blood, we have stood by each other through life's many challenges, resolved to prevail together or not at all. Of all people, 'tis he who best understands my work. With his unique insight guiding my hand, the art I create is sure to satisfy your expectations. Once the picture is begun, of course, I shall have no need of constant encouragement. And so I wondered, rather than him being in your way, might it then be permissible for my assistant to explore the city he has so longed to see? Out of gratitude for his priceless contribution to my art, I thought it only fair that I make this humble request on his behalf.
Ooh, did you ever hear of such devotion? Of course your assistant must have his wish. He shall be free to roam to his heart's content. Isn't that right, darling?
Oh, yes. Yes, of course, dearest. Quite right.
Okay. Oh, I get to click complete. Alphino. Alphino would send you into the city to explore. Now you have the opportunity to experience Eulmore. I suggest you make the most of it. Explore the city top to bottom. In other words, I would start with a canopy and go from there. Try wandering around the market stalls, mayhap. Such places are usually filled with colorful characters, only too eager to share local gossip with a friendly visitor. I would appreciate it, of course, if you could share any discoveries with me in turn. We should both learn as much as possible about our new place of residence. First thing I do. Nope, I must be granted permission first. Hello there. Fresh register, are we? You seem a little lost. Yes. Well, it's lovely to make your acquaintance. Speaking of acquaintances, wouldn't you happen to run into my attendant on your wanderings, would you? Big strong lad, long hair, tied back. He was escorting me on a shopping errand when I realized I'd dropped my handkerchief. I've been waiting here all alone while he's been off searching for it. I'm not terribly fond of being alone. If you do see him, I would be obliged if you could pass on this message. Forget the silly handkerchief and return to my side at once. Okay, I get the... The canopy is designed to be a pleasurable space in which free citizens might spend their time. So mind yourself, I will not hesitate to remove you at the first hint of incivility. Oh, you poor man. Here, come on. Take my hand. Wicked white out, so close. That was too close. Thank you, friend. I don't know what I could have done if you hadn't come along. I was trying to rescue my lady's handkerchief, you see? The wind must have blown it over the edge, but luckily I'd caught on something. I could just stretch out. I thought if I could just stretch out far enough. You risked your life. You risked your life for a scrap of cloth. Not just a scrap of cloth. A lot of it belongs to her. I would risk my life and more to spare my mistress but a single moment of sadness. When I first came to Eulmore, I thought only of improving my lot in life. But there was so much more to this city than wealth and plenty. There's no war here, no conflict. The residents all treated her with warmth and respect. She was ever so kind to me, and I could think of no other place in Lucia where I could possibly be happier. Sorry, I might have gotten a bit carried away. I find it hard to stop when I start counting my blessings these days. Please, you should come with me to meet my lady. When she hears of your deed, you'll be witness to her generosity firsthand. What? Lonely, you say? Curse my clumsy feet, I must return to her immediately. I guess I should change into more suitable attire. This. My attendant told me everything. I'm so grateful you were there to offer your assistance. You value him highly, then? If he were a member of my own family. I could not live the wonderful life I lead without him. We free citizens owe the bonded our enduring gratitude. Or unending gratitude. Whoops. Used the wrong word there. I tripped up. I ran too far ahead. Mayhap in our society, our different standing would breed prejudice or resentment. But in Eulmore, a most glorious measure is in place to avert such unpleasantness. Part of that measure requires that the free surrender their fortunes. Upon registration, all of our property, financial, intellectual, or otherwise, is given over to the city. In exchange, we are provided with ample funds and commodities to live a life of pampered luxury. Being liberated from the concern of earning coin has an almost miraculous effect on people's outlook. There are no rivals to compete against, only fellow residents with whom to enjoy our tranquil existence. Now, if you'll excuse us, I must see what the markets have to offer as a reward for the return of my handkerchief. Oh, and I've not forgotten you, of course, our courageous messenger turned rescuer. Ooh. Oh wait, I have some stuff to unlock. Let me just check. Nope, I still have better gear than what's being given by the quests. One moment whilst I go ahead and... Oh wait, I have Firefox open. Where is it? There is it. There it is. I'm gonna move backwards a little and lift my leg up. And I'm gonna change my ceiling light to a different color. Because why wouldn't I? A taste of honey. The amiable maiden appears suddenly concerned. All this talk of relying on the bonded, and I haven't given a thought as to what your duties might be. I hope I haven't interrupted your work unduly. Don't worry, I'm not his assistant. A tour of the city, is it? Then you really must visit the beehive. It's always buzzing with activity. Local humor. Anyway, a lady by the name of Tistabia usually has her seat near the entrance. She will gladly speak with you on a number of topics, assuming you find yourself on her good side. Harley. This is the beehive. Welcome to the beehive, my little drone. Seeking the sting of excitement to liven up your day? I can tell at a glance when folk are new to our happy colony. It's the nervous fluttering, you see. Always gives them away. Why don't we play some cards to set you at ease, eh? Quick game of high or low. It's a matter of simply guessing who has the bigger hand. If you win, I'll grant you a single favor. Within reason, of course. Interested? What are the rules? High or low is a guessing game. You must decide whether the total of your free cards is higher or lower than the total of your opponent's cards. The deck holds 9 cards, but the pictures printed thereon representing the numbers 1 through 9. Each number appears only once in the deck, so there are no repeats. If you guess correctly, then you win the match. If both totals are the same, another hand is dealt. Let's play. Good for you. No time like the present, I say. Ooh. Free cards for you, free cards for me. You flip one of yours over, and I flip 2 of mine. Six. Okay, I already have 6. 3. 7. 3, 7. I call low. Going low then. Right, let's see what we got. My cards add up to 11, and you have a total of 13. Dang it. You lose. Sorry, honeybee, so much goes to me. That's what I like to hear. Let me shuffle the deck. Okay, I have 9. 1, 4. I'll go high. Contact up to 10, and you have? I already have over 10. A total of 24. I win. I win. Congratulations, your guess was right. Usually I concede defeat at this point. What do you say to a rematch? One more win, then we'll talk about a favor. Another game. I'm calling low. And then, right, let's see what we got. 12, and you have 19. Should have gone high. Again. Simple match of high and low. High or low is... Wait, I can do this. Okay, 8 and 6. I'm gonna go low. Yep. 23 and I only have 12. I win. Usually only takes 2 tries. Well, look at that. I think you got a knack for this newcomer. Congratulations. Victory is yours. As is the price I promised. The praise I promised. Come whisper in my ear then, don't be shy. Tell Testa what she can do for you. That's all. How delightfully wholesome. But if knowledge is what you want, then that's what you shall have. In my humble estimation, the most wondrous thing about this town is how safe we are from the Sin Eaters. The Lord Volfrey was born with the power to command them, which means no Eulmoran need ever raise a weapon in defense of the city. Was that the kind of thing you wish to know? If your itch still needs scratching, you may want to get a few words out of our fawn over there. There's naught that merry sot likes more than the sound of his own voice. Frank. Mix. Strictly speaking, we are not meant to see and serve bonded citizens, but come back after business hour and I'll slip you something. You all need to pick me up once in a while, right? What's that? New to Eulmore, you say? Only just arrived and already you're looking to peel away the layers of mystery. Oh, I'm all for chatting, but you need to slow down and enjoy life, my friend. Tell you what, you hop up on stage and give us a dance first, and then we have a little talk. Oh, come on. Okay, that doesn't count. I need to actually do /dance. Oh, wait, there's a mark on the stage? Where? Oh, I need to be up there. Okay, fine. Dance. That's the way! Dance like there's no tomorrow! Now that was a show! You're welcome to clamber up on stage anytime you like. So, what was it you wanted to ask me? Ah, yes, something about a fair city. Well, I can tell you, if it wasn't always so peaceful as it is today. The Eulmoran army may be the very essence of military might. But even our forces saw grievous losses in the war against the Sin Eaters. Things changed for us around 20 years ago now, when the old ruler's son came to power. He got his way with the eaters, you see, turns them docile as house cats. I wouldn't be exaggerating to say they've become something of an ally to Eulmore, no longer an enemy to be feared. And yet elsewhere, there are still fools who insist on fighting their losing battles. Ha! Let's host Lord Valfrey. You've gained a preliminary sense of the city. The Giants and Alphino will be expecting your return. Yeah. So where is Alfie now? Oh, you've returned from your jaunts around the city so soon? You didn't hurry back. If you hurried back, young Alphino has yet to put brush to canvas. One cannot rush good art, I'm told, or a good artist, apparently. Ah, finally. Alphino? Oh, you've got a new outfit! Looks stunning on you. I've put together an ensemble and the garments you chose. Is this satisfactory? Goodness gracious me! That last outfit was precious, but this makes you look positively dashing. You really are a handsome boy. However, on my side. I don't recall this part of the artistic process. Exactly, the lad's an artist, dearest, not a dress-up doll. It's about time we set him to work for the reason we called him here. Must we? I do love a good painting, but I thought since we were enjoying ourselves so thoroughly... Oh, not that is to say, as long as you... Just make sure you give the lad some time to prepare. We know who'll be upset if he's not ready to paint at a moment's notice. Whatever you say, darling. So, shall we pick out some jewelry next? I cannot use the Aephorite yet, so Alphino? A blessed instrument. Alphino draws you close with a whisper. Lady Chai has a very particular sense of beauty, and apparently that extends to how I should dress whilst painting. But this obsession of hers works in our favor. The time I spent indulging these distractions is time you can use to continue your explorations. For this excursion, I'd like you to delve into the layer below us and sniff about the military headquarters. I'm sure the understory has its own tale to tell. Look all you like. Look around all you like. But don't look me in here when you leave. Oh, the Weeping Warbler. A drawn. Run the bonnet, aren't you? Like me? I need your help, my throat. I can't sing anymore. I've been making excuses, but it's just not getting any better. If my patron thinks I'm of no use to him, then I need you to seek out to the derelicts and describe my condition. Forage. Here's a list of symptoms and a hunk of meal to pay for his medicines. Please, I have no one else to turn to. Not available. Okay, it's not available in this location. Teleport out to. Oh, ads are running, so that's good. I can move around while that's happening. It looks to me like the city is falling apart. Me? If you need directions, I'm afraid I'm not the best person to ask. I have about a reason I come here myself from the Crystarium. Thought I'd see what all the fuss is about. But so far, I haven't been able to get into this so-called gilded paradise of Eulmore. But it's fine, I can be very stubborn when the situation calls for it. Seeing these huge ships split like so much firewood really makes you think, doesn't it? The flood must have been awe-inspiring in its own terrible way. Yeah. Now we're waiting for the ads to end. Oh, I cannot climb that. The food we get from Eulmore is mainly meal, and the produce that isn't pretty enough for the rich stomach. Combined with fresh fish, though, it's a damn fine stew. Oh, that's the shop. Ah, the ads are over. You need medicines, tonics, potions. Yeah, I need this and here's a chunk of meal for you. For that. A cure for an ailing voice, is it? No medicine will cure this. Methinks your songbird has a lump in her throat. Must be cut out, excised, and even then the voice may never heal completely. Poor little songbird. What a kick her from the nest, I wonder. Or simply silence her chirps. Your face, you didn't know? So many hopefuls who enter the city, very few are ever seen to leave, even as corpses. You might see one or two fortunate fools hurled from the balconies, but the rest, gone. A town of nightmares it is. Not for this ship's rat. Oh, no. I am content to scurry around down here and nibble on the crumbs which fall from the table. This consultation is over. You have my verdict and I have my meal. Good day. Did you get my medicine? He says it won't heal, at least not completely. So that's it? What am I to do if I can't sing? Ah, there you are, my sweet canary. Have you been crying again? Don't tell me your voice is still not on the mend. How generous to have mercy. I've done all I can, but even the apothecary said. So you've been suffering all this time? I'm sorry, my pet. I didn't realize your affliction was this grave. But you needn't fret. I will not reward hours of trailing by casting you out into the street. You're too kind, sir. What use am I if I cannot sing? Fear the day I become more burden to you than treasure. Then I shall have a word with Lord Vorfrey and arrange for your ascension. In that paradise where resides neither pain nor illness, will your song ring out clearly once again? Or mayhap you think it a step too far? No, you would do that for me? Of course, why, I would almost wish to hasten my own ascension, knowing your blessed instrument was waiting there to greet me. Ascension. Ascension? You must be a new arrival. Allow me to explain. As you all know, the Sin Eaters existed to devour the sinful. But also do they serve to gather the souls of the innocent and shepherd them unto celestial paradise. It's through Lord Vorfrey that we learned this truth. It's through Lord Vorfrey's grace that the free people of Eulmore are destined to embrace salvation. We are blessed to spend our days surrounded by love and merriment. Ah. Okay, I guess I gotta go ahead and... I should inform Alphino. Oh yeah, I cannot get to the Ethernet Plaza because I don't have that. I cannot attune to it yet. Oh! Good job, Alphino. It's good to see you back. You were taking so long I began to worry something had happened. I've begun sketching an outline for the portrait, but nay, the chies appear otherwise occupied. Will you share what your investigations have gleaned thus far? So Lord Vorfrey boasts some manner of influence over the Sin Eaters, does he? That would explain the reverence in which he is held by the citizenry. So as for this ascension business, I cannot help but be put in mind of that apothecary and his ominous remarks. If so many folk have entered the city over the years, then where do they go? Emergent splendor. Alphino seems eager to discuss the significance of your discoveries. take my eye off you for one moment, and you're chattering away with that assistant of yours. Am I to assume the outline is done then? What in the blazes? Oh no. So unflattering. Explain yourself, Alphino. Where's your artistic interpretation? It should evoke images of affluence and nobility, overwhelm the view of its boundless beauty. Lord Chai, you stated that this portrait was to commemorate your anniversary. Yours being a joyous reunion, it seemed to me that a realistic portrayal. Realistic? I don't want realism, I want perfection. A spectacle to slacken jaws and weaken knees, to make people cry out in amazement. Now, fetch a blank canvas and... Did that come from above? Oh, here those two are again. Wait a moment. Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. A tale to make you quiver and your noble blood freeze. There was a villain on the loose set to ruin our fair city. Their lord has got him now, and his fate will not be pretty. The hammer of justice is poised to come crashing down, and one and all who'd watch it fall are invited to join his lordship in the offer. Oh, really? A malcontent? How dreadful. So, and this man is to face sentencing. That's right. In fact, if you're curious, might be worth you going on for the experience. The offer is mentioned as part of the emergent, the level above us where Lord Vorfrey resides. Ordinarily, you would be barred from entering, but it seems to be opening its doors for the next little while. The Crown List will take you up there. We better not dawdle then. Oh. It failed to trigger. Talking with wind up Raha. Chatting the lift operator. Join the crowd up there. Yes. I guess so. Sheesh.
That's him. That's Vorthry. He is attended by sin-eaters. But how does he keep them from attacking?
Mercy! Mercy!
By the 12. Kaishia, what happened to you?
Who are these impudent louts? I do not recall requesting their presence.
Lord Vorthry, what is the meaning of this? Why is this poor man bleeding to death on your floor?
What crime?
Why? You ask me why? Because criminals must be punished. And this man is guilty of fraud. He came to us, claiming to be a man of business. Yet his subsequent conduct has shown him to be anything but. Eulmore is a city built on love for one's fellow man. Those who have naught to give and live only to take are a blight upon our society!
Sheesh.
To atone for this crime, I ordered that he fling himself from the balcony.
Ah.
And he had the temerity to weep. Please, my lord, anything but that. What then is a man of mercy to do? But offer the sinner another way to show his contrition.
Another way? Meaning what exactly?
Sin eaters are part of Eulmore's society, but they must be fed with ether. Living ether. So, I demanded an offering of flesh, carved by his own hand, from his own hide. And still, he could not do as I asked. A wholly unsatisfactory performance.
Tis true that Kaishia won his place here by fraud, but his actions were driven only by desire to share in your paradise. That you would cast him out I could almost accept, but to humiliate him thus, to demand his very life? Is this truly the way of Eulmore?
Oh, you dim, deluded child. Have you ever paused to consider what it takes to maintain such a paradise in this barren, broken world of ours? The guarantee of safety and stability. The knowledge that if one only abides by the rules, one has naught to fear. I alone can offer these things, for I alone can command the Sin Eaters. And thus am I alone the voice of justice, and any who oppose me, villains to be punished.
People call this paradise.
Ah, twisted mix of
You
Garlemald,
were
Uldar,
granted
and...
a place in my city for a particular skill. What was it?
Painting.
Oh, an artiste! Then you shall paint a picture for me of Eulmore. If I find your art pleasing, then I may excuse this display of insolence. Who gave you permission to tend to that criminal's wounds? I told you to paint me a picture!
What you need is a mirror, not a painting. It will capture the horror I see before me far better than I ever could. Can you walk?
I think so.
Did that little worm just insult me? I'll kill them! I'll kill them all! I'll enslave their minds! I'll torment them! Torture them! Then tear out their hearts!
Oh, wait a moment. That coat. I recognize that coat. Oh, no spoken lines. Forgive me, in my anger I seem to have marched us back outside again. Well, it's probably best we leave the island altogether. I believe we've worn out our welcome in Eulmore. In any case, I've seen enough of the world's self-proclaimed capital city to convince me that our battle against the Sin Eaters will find few allies in Colusia. I will accompany you back to the Crystarium. We need to regroup and think on our strategy anew. Kaishe, I have done you a grave disservice. You were hungry and desperate, and I offered you a solution without once considering the risks inherent in you accepting it. But if I had but known the price you would be made to pay. You gave me everything I needed to make your idea work. It was me who made a mess of things, not you. But even after all the trouble I caused, you still stepped in and saved me. And now Lord Vorfrey wants us all dead. Well, come back with us to the Crystarium. I'm certain we can find work for you there, if you are willing. No. That would just be me leaning on your kindness again. I need to do some thinking. Learn how to stand on my own 2 feet. Very well. But you must promise you'll be careful. The Eulmorans may yet come looking for us. I'll keep my head down, don't worry. And you take care too. Give me the chance to repay what you've done for me. Alfino. Lord and Lady Chai. What in the blazes did you do? I have the entire city looking for you. Take a peek at your unfinished portrait, Alfino. Now, you have had many a beautiful and striking picture painted for me. There was something about your work. It was as if you had caught the very essence of our love and rendered it naked upon the canvas. It was bold, unflinching, and I adored it. Please, you must come back with us and finish what you began. I will speak with Lord Vorfrey and vouch for your character. I'm sure we can smooth over any hard feelings. Sorry, Lady Chai, there are more important matters to which I must attend. More important? What could be more important than enjoying the days we have left to us to the fullest? Pray press me no further. We are leaving. But I would not presume to take the garments you so kind as to procure for me. One moment. I wouldn't hear of it. Keep the clothes, you silly boy, I insist. And I shall make arrangements so that you can pass through the gate without causing a stir. I expect you to come and visit. I will return, I promise you that. The outrage I witnessed must not go unanswered. The next time we meet, I shall be better prepared to confront the corruption which hides behind the glittering facade. To still tide. Oh wait, I forgot to tank the Amaro keep. Right. Alright, I'll tank that. Jim, thank you, my friend, for staying at my side through this whole sordid endeavor. Whilst not entirely the joyous outcome I'd hoped for, our efforts have nevertheless answered a great many questions. Suffice to say, our plans for saving the First are unlikely to involve the aid of Lord Vorfrey and his subjects. Come, we must speak with the Exarch and chart a new course. This is far from over. tomorrow launch. I jump to the Dossel Gate. You have business with Crystal Exarch. Just say the word and I would be happy to escort you to the Ocular. I am told you and Alphino carried out a scheme to inflict Eulmore. I am told what... I would ask what you were thought of its base amusements, but I doubt you are eager to relive the experience. It's good to be back amongst friends. In such company I can finally turn my thoughts to the future. But ere we discuss all we have learned and begin planning our next step, I think it best that you visit Alisaie. Her familiarity with Rang will no doubt provide us invaluable insight. And besides, I know she is as eager to see you as I was. Bring a smile to her face, Knezzy. Now to go in search of Alisaie. Let's actually change. I'm actually going to quickly check. I want to know what the line was if I were to complete that. Now 1 second. Ooh. Closed gates. Fickle existence. Taste of honey. Because Alisaie has a... he also mentions sister if you have completed the other, if you complete the other quest line first. And the opposite will be true for the... And the same is true if I were to complete in search of Alisaie first. She'll recommend I go look for Alphino first before we continue further. Now, this man named Kassar. A gold sheet. Kassar. If you're looking for work, I might have a spot for another guard. A missive from the Exarch. Oh, a friend of the Exarch. Hoping to meet someone in Amarang, are you? Show me your guide. I was about to set off for our outpost there, as a matter of fact. So we can leave right away, assuming you have everything you need. All set, then off to the unforgiving sands we go. You can now travel to Amarang. Speak with the Ardroid Amaro Tamer to fly to the desert.
Arang. From this parched earth, the nation of Nabath, Arang once rose.
Oh, this is the...
When I journeyed here, long ago, I spoke with a sun-weathered elder. He told me Armarang meant majestic land in the language of his people. And so it might still be, were it not for the light's unrelenting onslaught.
this is the equivalent of... I forgot that this place was actually the... Yeah. Equivalent of Fanalan. Ugh, no matter how many times I come here, the cold never fails to catch me off guard. The sky may be as bright as in the scorching hours of day, but it gets brisk enough to make you shiver. Now, the exile letter said I was to take you to the inn at Journey's Head, which is where this Alisaie friend of yours is staying. But that's a fair old distance. I promise we make a stop at Mordsuk to break up the trek, allow me to attend to some business, and you to enjoy the local hospitality. Sound good? Good. All right, you lot, I'm off. I better not see the goods covered in sand when I get back. Right, we head southwest, straight as an arrow. A hired guard. Wait. Stop here a moment. This is your first visit to Eulmore, is it not? Before you cross the river of sand, you need to turn around and feast your eyes on that. They built them big, didn't they? That's Casa Shal, a fortress meant to protect the northern reaches of Nabath Arang. Seeing what was left behind, I believe they say it was once one of Northrend's mightiest nations. At least until the flood came along. Great chunks of Nabath Arang's lands were lost to the light, its great city included. The few who survived didn't see much point in staying. Most of them, anyway. No, not many choose to come here these days. Not with everything in ruins. Even that hulking great fortress has become little more than an Amaro roost for me and my caravan. But not everywhere is as deserted as this place. Just wait until you see Mordsuk. Just press on. Let's press on, shall we? That's the place then. I need to go real quick. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna fight this. Needle storm. Oh, I think the battle just ended. Looks like that. Oh yeah, it's almost 6. So the FC benefits just. We're getting the new FC benefits. Hey, Dawnfire! Thanks for the raid. We're currently playing Final Fantasy XIV Shadowbringers. Whoop! Currently in Armorang, which is the... Wait, Prey destroyed Awakened Sands. Oh! That's a funny joke. Yeah, not that far into it yet. Right now, I've only really gotten to the point where I have to just get to where Alisaie is. This is going well. Wait a moment. That was... Did this guy just dim? Did the game just glitch and just accidentally do a transition from night to day in Northrend during everlasting light? Causing drift makers? I need to back up. Potion. Ow. Shale's coming to help. I am continuing on. Actually, no. Let's... Hide. There we go. There we have more. Two and Another set of free spawns in. Pray this. It's a great pun, given what these enemies are. Bicolor gemstones. Fates in certain areas offer bicolor gems as rewards. They can be exchanged with gemstone traders for rare items, some of which can only be obtained via these vendors. Cassard? Here we are, Mortsuk. By the blessed shadow, I love this town. Mortsuk, it's not just full of Mord, but humans and all manner of others too. It has long been a refuge for folk displaced by the flood. So the population is nothing if not diverse. Oh, have you met a Mord before? They might look like shifty little blighters, but they're a more welcoming lot you could never wish to meet. Speaking of which, we should pay our respects to Alisaie again. I'll go ahead and let him know we've arrived. Right. Kobolds! Greetings! Buy something and help me feed my son. He has grown big and strong and is eating the other house at home. Tag the Amaro Keep for... A wise woman once said it. Of course, the Skywatcher on the first does not know what the weather is in other reflections. Dorak. Go on, introduce yourself to Master Gingen. So this is a Mord.
Master Gengen, this is the friend of the Exarch I was telling you about.
Very good, very good. Though friend or no, all are welcome in Mordsuk.
Souk is Mordish for city. As things stand, this souk boasts the largest and busiest marketplace in all Armorang. You'll find ore from the mines here, of course, but all manner of other things too. Many of them rare. As I told you before, not many visit Armorang by choice, but Mordsuk's a different story. Merchants come from realms around to purchase the relics the Mord dig up.
Aye, that they do. For Mord do not dismiss the spoils of the earth. We clean them and polish them and reveal to the world their true value. That is why they come here, come from far away, come with much money. And so our souk is always busy, busy, busy. No such thing as a thing no one needs.
You say that every time, Master Gengen. Some sort of family motto, wasn't it? Or perhaps a Maud philosophy, for which we should all be very grateful. Would that everyone was so willing to take in refugees regardless of race or creed. Now then, if you intend to spend any time here, you'll want to gain the trust of the locals. And there's a little custom all newcomers are expected to observe.
The cracking of the coin purse. You buy one thing from the market. Price can be low or high, just as long as you buy.
Oh.
As the good Maud says. In fact, the Exarch sent a little something to cover this very expense. A Verbert gold piece, no less. The first I've held in years.
Verbert gold? Real Verbert gold?
Here, newcomer, crack your coin purse with me.
Oh no, you want my goods, newcomer. I have jars and pots all smooth and shiny.
Over here!
Come and look.
You buy, you buy.
Do I have dialogue?
Enough of that! Come, I say!
Back to your stalls, all.
This one must still journey through the barrens. Nothing bulky, nothing heavy, no pots. Nothing better for the road than a full belly. Spend that piece at Ronron's place, yes? Eat for 3 before you leave.
Paprika, buffalo beans, gelatin, sheep casings. Welcome to Ron, traveller. I have ways to empty your purse and fill your belly. Take your time, sniff before you choose, but no tooling on the merchandise, yes? Browse Ronron's wares. You may move the camera as well as zoom in and out. Target a foodstuff and inspect with left click. Meat, bread, worms, skewers. Meat. That's my ever-burning bounty. Made with the best parts of the lizard. Cured with special spicy spices. Some may find the smell challenging, but it'll warm you up on chilly desert nights. Bread. I call that mush loaf. The middle is stuffed with bittersweet cactus fruits, so even if the bread dries out, it's still moist inside. Keeps you going in the heat. Worms. Everyone's favorite, plump white worms slathered in honey. Once you eat a glazed wriggler, you'll never want for any other treat. And now the skewers. Frog. Oh, I like those chewy skewers. Find small frogs hiding under rocks, spear with a stick, and roast over fire. Crackly on the outside, gooey on the inside. Perfect for snacking. I'll take the meat. They all look tasty, yes? Which to choose? Which to choose? I'll take the... I'll take the ever-burning bounty. Yes, put some spice in your step. You won't feel the cold this night, and probably not the next one either. You have the gold. And done. One verbal honor buys you 10 sides of lizard meat. Move. Whoa! Last mouthful. What an apt, what a belly, a new legend is born in Mortsuk. Consider your coin purse cracked. I am pleased to accept your custom, and Gengen will be pleased to have you have honored ours. What? Whew. Keeping the merchandise down, yes? No returns. I was watching from here, Kennedy. You honored the custom, and with great relish. You will always be welcome in Mortsuk. If you need anything in Amarang, we are here to provide. Kassad, work it off the meal. Kassad is impressed by your gastronomic fortitude. You have courage, my friend. Ronron's wares are more exotic than harmful, but I don't envy you the bellyache you'll have on the morrow. Right. Now that you've eaten, I expect you're eager to get back on the road. Would you mind if we delayed our departure a touch? I have a few deals left to close before I can conclude my business here in Mortsuk. Sure. Oh, offering your services, are you? Aye, well, an assistant would certainly help hurry things along. I have a receipt here for some goods that need picking up to the market. All properly paid for, you just need to do the lifting and carrying. I'll go and take care of some last-minute haggling then. See you in a bit. You may view the market receipt any time during this quest by using the relevant item in the key items menu. In fact, let me just pull that onto my hotbar for now. Table cactus, ton. Hey, no, Sergeant, the merchandise is spoken for. You couldn't possibly change my mind with a better offer. I'm actually here on behalf of Kassad. Well, what? Kassad sent you? Why didn't you say so? I wouldn't dream of selling his goods to a higher bidder. No. Nabafarang relics, wasn't it? All packed in that box there. Handle with care. Anton. Lift with your legs and knock with your back. You came here with Kassad, yes? Good. I can finally stop thinking about that sack. Here, please, take your prickly purchase. Okay, let me just check the receipt again. Table cactus. Some iron ore from Total. I am about to Death Stranding this. Kassad sent you, didn't he? Did he? Yeah. Right, yes. What kind of ore was it again? It's iron. Iron ore, of course. That would explain this box here. I have here. It's all yours. I'm just putting it on in walk mode. Simulate over encumbrance. That stuff is. Don't tell me you've been around the entire market already. Yes. Here you go. Aye, that's the lot. Alright, good work. And quick work too, considering you've not set foot in the place before. I thought you wanted to sit in the city like the XIV, but something tells me you're not a stranger to visiting strange lands. Unfortunately, your efficiency presents something of a problem. I'd hoped to conclude all my business before you returned, but it seems there's been some confusion over one of the orders I placed. I'll have to drag in my middleman and sort this mess out. Sorry to make you sit around and twiddle your thumbs. Cassard! Feels like an age since I last saw you. Oh, wait. Well, if it isn't the lovely Tesleen. It's been a while, but your timing couldn't be better. This gentleman was on his way to meet with Alisaie. I'm supposed to be taking him to your corner of the desert, but a misplaced order has commandeered my attention. Wait, I know who you are. Alisaie has told me so much about you. You're Canesi, aren't you? Huh? Yes, I am. I knew it. How wonderful to meet you in the flesh after hearing all those stories. I'm Tesleen. I work as a carer at the inn, and I've gotten to know Alisaie quite well since she took up guard duties there. Do you want me to take over as Canesi's guide, Cassard? My shopping's all done and packed for the road, so it would be no trouble. That would be a great help, thank you. Well, it looks like you'll be able to head straight out after all. My caravan and I will be in the area for a while yet. Seek me out when you've had your fill of Amarang, and I'll send you back to the Crystarium. And now I have the gloves. There it is. A desert crossing. Tesleen is eager to set off. Alisaie has been desperate to see you, Canesi. So let's get you to her sooner rather than later. The inn isn't too hard to find, really. You can actually see the top of the rock spires from here. We just need to swing around the ridge, then head south. Come on, I'll get my supplies together and meet you outside. All set? Oh, I should probably mention the wildlife. While most of them will leave you be if you keep your distance, the local coyotes have learned to prey on folk heading home from the markets. I can usually swing a sword well enough to fend them off, but I may have loaded myself down with too many bargains today. Do you think you can handle any beasts that try to make a meal of us? I thought you might. Alisaie was always saying how much you... let's get going, shall we? Sorry, there wasn't much time to shout a warning. Were you bitten? Those things can be nasty. Yet hardly a match for you, it seems. I always thought Alisaie was strong, but in her mind, she was never... Now it makes sense. Well, we should push on. Might be best if you scout ahead and clear out any coyotes that have our scent. I'll wait here so you can fight without any distractions. Just hitting these enemies harder than I need to. Good. A destination. Twitch. Hey! Guys, I found it. I found where I'm streaming to. Oh, thank goodness you're back. I can hear the howling and snarling from here. Frightful creatures. Let's hope the rest have seen your handiwork. I know how to avoid us now. I need to get these supplies back to the inn. Okay, that toll will respawn quickly. Also, we have an ad break coming in about a minute's time. Oh, look, there's the hand. There's the thing that kicked my ass earlier. Ancient lizard. That's a big guy. I'll snooze for a moment. This is it. Thanks to you, I didn't have to drop my shopping even once. Come to think of it, I'm glad I didn't make the trip alone. It seems you ended up escorting me. I'll have to repay the favor somehow, but first let's head inside, shall we? The inn at Journey's Head. Tents. Oh, this is Little Alamigo. This is basically the equivalent of Little Alamigo. of carers. The affected? You don't know? I don't think I've met anyone here, anyone besides Alisaie who was so unfamiliar with the situation here. Most folk have grown up knowing someone who knew someone. I might leave out something obvious, but it may be best to have Alisaie give you the full explanation. First, Amaro Keep, and... Wait, did I actually attune to the Aephorite? Yes, I did. So, first thing I'm doing is... tag the Amaro Keep. And attune to the Aephorite. Boogie. Oh, Boogie. Following in her footprints, Tesleen casts her gaze around the inn, hoping to spot Alisaie. Now, where is she? I think she might be out on patrol. You could wait, I suppose, but why not go and surprise her? She usually takes a look at things from the watchtower first, so you may be able to catch her there. It's not far. Head out to the south side and you'll see it. I'll stay behind in case she comes back while you're gone. A new zone uncovered. And there we have an Aether current. Let me actually check those, because I've only tagged one of them so far in each area. 243 Yom Southwest. That way then. Oh, never mind. That is. This is Ul'dah. Footprints. Alisaie is nowhere to be seen, but you spot fresh footprints on the ground. And they look to be about the right size. The small footprints lead off to the northwest. Gilman. Footprints continue on to the northwest. I'm gonna hit the hide command because otherwise I would be pulling aggro. Also, we have ads in 30 seconds. Footprints curve around to the west. There I have sparkles. I'll wait to investigate this until until the ads are back. Wait a moment. So. Oh, wait. Do this to enable the G pose properly. Cosmic fortune, what? Journal. Neon frame 1, neon frame 2. What? Is it actually? Yeah, it does say birthday. Through a screen. Yes, good hunting. Oh wait, this is where the flood of light actually hit. It's right at the edge. This is where the flood actually hit. Let's actually compare. This must be Central Fanoland then. Yep, we're back from the ads. Let's investigate these footprints. There are more tracks here, but in the midst of disturbed sand. Oh, I just got attacked right away.
Get back here!
Alisaie!
Is that... It can't be.
Hello, welcome back. Barely playing Final. Currently once I'm back to 14 again. Final Fantasy 14 again. Impressive.
Just a lesser sin eater. Nothing to write home about.
Oh, I'm doing good. And again, you don't need to use emoji with me. Exact same things you said earlier.
I knew you'd turn up sooner or later, but I had been hoping for sooner.
For sooner, yeah. Mm-hmm. That's good. It takes a while for this thing to disappear, huh?
How are you?
I'm doing fine, thank you.
We've fought them to a standstill then. The Exarch did say that the Empire seemed to have drawn back when he last looked in on the source. But without knowing for sure how fast time was passing there, I couldn't help worrying that a lot might have happened since then. I'm heartily relieved to hear that it hasn't, just as Alphino must have been. As you can imagine, both he and Urianger were desperate to hear the news from home when I arrived. I haven't actually seen Thancred and Y'shtola yet, but they will have heard all the latest developments from the Exarch by now, or should have at least. When I think of how frantic Tataru and the others must be, I want nothing more than to rush back and reassure them. But we still haven't found a way to reverse the summoning. And even if we had, we couldn't just ignore Urianger's vision. He may use 10 words where one would suffice, and they may often obscure as much as they reveal. But on this matter, he was as clear as day. I do not doubt for one moment that he saw what he claims. Nor how difficult it must have been to speak about them. The 8th Umbral Calamity and your death aren't exactly topics for idle conversation. As much as I might want to go home, I don't want to go home to that. We can't allow the rejoining to happen, which means we have to save the first from the Sin Eaters.
And we are in agreement.
That great wall of white is a remnant of the Flood. 100 years ago, the balance in the First tipped decisively in favor of light. From that moment, it rose and swelled with each passing day, and then, without warning, it burst forth like water from a broken dam. A colossal wave of pure light, drowning everything in its wake. Only Norvrant was spared. For the most part, living things are composed of ether of various different aspects. But when exposed to such a flood, their etheric harmony is shattered, and their natural form breaks down. Then they either perish, or are warped into mindless abominations.
Huh?
Yes, that's how the Sin Eaters came to be. They were once living creatures, or people, that were caught in the path of the Flood. Once the change is wrought, there is no going back. In that instant, they are gripped by an insatiable appetite for ether, and will happily gorge themselves on any living thing within reach. But even that is not the worst of it. The stronger Sin Eaters can plant light in us, like seeds in soil, corrupting our ether, and triggering the birth of new monstrosities. They are creatures of base instinct, that exist only to feed and to multiply. They feel no pity, know no remorse, and are utterly deaf to reason. Which is why they must be destroyed. Every last one of them. The infirmary is full of the Sin Eaters' victims, left here to spend their final hours waiting for the change to overtake them.
Oh, whoops. It's just a matter of time. For some, more for some, less for others. Those patients will all become monsters in the end. To add insult to injury, the afflicted are feared, shunned, cast out of society and exiled here to the edge of the world. The only good thing I have to say about this hellish place is that it has served me well as a training ground. Celine and the others have also been kind enough to share their knowledge of the Sin Eaters, which is knowledge I can now share with you. Well, you help me finish my patrol, of course. Here's what we'll do. I'll take the east side of the inn and you clear the west. That way you can have an undiluted experience with the resident terrors. These marks on your map are where the usual trouble spots are. Ancient lizard. And I'll hit the 3, and then I'll hit Dr. Mori, and 2, and Armor Crush. 1, 2, Armor Crush. Lizard. Fireball. Huh. Nothing. This should be close enough. Now to speak with Alisaie. Who was apparently better equipped than Alphino when I met up with him. So how did you fare? 2 of them. I thought there might be 1 or 2 lurking on the fringes. Nothing out of the ordinary for this area. I expect you noticed it yourself, but individually these lesser sin eaters are no more deadly than any natural predator you might encounter in the desert. It's when they appear in numbers that they pose a threat, much like the void scent. They have an unfortunate tendency to flock to the strongest of their kind. Thus, when a powerful sin eater goes on the hunt, it might be attended by a veritable swarm of weaker kin. Imagine an army of such creatures descending on a village or hamlet. That's the basic idea behind my patrols. To call their ranks often enough that the numbers won't be overwhelmed when the big ones come out to play. And you certainly helped on that front. Let's report our victories to Testine, shall we? Alisaie tells me you've helped out on our patrol. You have our thanks, and my apologies for leading you from one battle to another ever since the moment we met. In any case, I'm glad to see the two of you found each other. You've no idea how badly Alisaie has missed her company. Everything is always, if Kennedy would be here, he would... That's an exaggeration. I don't sound like that either. I was simply trying to view matters from another perspective. And I respect his methods. Honestly, after seeing him in action, I can understand why. The way he leaps into the fray without hesitation really is something to behold. I might be a little smitten myself. I'm only teasing. No, I no doubt he deserves all the admiration he gets, just as you do. Hat. A purchase of fruit. Desleen has the air of a woman being pulled in 10 directions at once. I'd love to lay out a welcome meal, but the duties I put off when I went to the market are still waiting for me. There are 101 things that need doing. I'm sorry, but would you mind waiting here with Alisaie? What, and twiddle our thumbs while you work yourself to death? Surely there's something we can help you with. I could do with a hand, that's true. Thank you. You can start by helping me sort out the larder, Alisaie. While we do that, could you tend to a few patients, perhaps? There are 3 in particular I meant to visit. It's just a matter of saying a few words to them and seeing that their skin isn't caked in sand. The names are Pornil, Totden, and Ulrich. They may not give you much in the way of a response, but I promise they'll be pleased to meet someone new. Sana, Pornil first. Okay, let's see how you do. Thank you. Tolden glances up at you blankly. But you notice the tension in his face ease slightly. Ulrich drawn. Uh-oh. Cutscene time. Howard remains utterly still as you wipe the sand from his cheek. The texture of his skin is hardened into something akin to plaster. You seen to the patients? How are they? Howrick's off bad. Good, that's good. I knew they would enjoy meeting you. I'm concerned about Howrick, though. I'll have to speak with the other carers, but I think his time may be near. Shall we leave you to that discussion, then? It's going to take related to more Souk if you have any errands that need doing. Well, I suppose there's one thing. Could you pick up a nectarine from the markets, please? Cassad's caravan just passed through, so Ron should have some fresh fruit. Come on, Canesi, there's something I want you to see. Right after we stop at Ronron's stall, of course. Let's see, do I need to stop in the middle? Nope. Amaro time. This game does love his leitmotifs. Ooh, dinner's almost ready. Hey, Ron. Oh, back again, are you? Are you needing anything to Ron's wares? Actually, we're looking to buy a nectarine. Do you have any in stock? Oh yes, nectarines, peaches, grapes, fresh and juicy. Given how richly you cracked your coin purse with me, I might still owe you food. Here, take this one, free of charge. God. Never seen a Mord give away something for nothing before. How much coin did you spend here? Yes, I'll take a jar of honeyed worms as well. Oh no, it's not for me, it's an offering of sorts. The worms, if you please. Only the best regulars for you. Come again, my friends. Right, that's our shopping chores taken care of. Let's head up past the thread to the main tower. The view I want to show you can only be seen from its very top. Oh, it's time for it. Here are your precious worms. That lies to the top of the tower, does it not? Hey, regulars! Actually brought them! I really shouldn't let you, but just this once, alright? Only once. Never fails, shall we?
Look, over there, where the wall is broken. Do you see what lies beyond? That's what the land became after the light flooded in. An empty white nothingness.
Like
Life cannot exist in such conditions. The primordial light would wreak havoc on the body's etheric balance.
Ah.
That nectarine you bought. It's Halric's favorite fruit.
Oh, really?
Most of the patients, Halric included, survived the attacks of powerful eaters. But their fate was sealed all the same. The monster's corruption has entered their bodies, and their very essence is being subsumed by light. The twisted state of the world itself just makes matters worse. Under normal circumstances, a person's ether naturally tends to equilibrium. But for these poor souls, the opposite is true. Sooner or later, every single one of them will turn. Tesleen and the patients, they all know this. They know what has to be done before the change goes too far, before the eater within takes over. The preferred method is mixing poison into their favorite food. In my time here, I've borne witness to a lot of last meals. I feel just as helpless as before. No matter how hard I fight, it's never enough.
The tone has gotten even darker now.
But it's a war I mean to wage, nonetheless. Speaking of wars, do you remember how I made you promise not to leave me and then promptly collapsed? Well, let's just say I had a few choice words for the Exarch concerning the timing of his summons. But even if the fault lay with someone else, I couldn't shake the feeling that I'd abandon you on the battlefield. So I swore that I'd make up for my absence there by making a difference here. And that's what keeps me moving forward, even when things seem hopeless. On which note, it's time we headed back. The longer we keep Tesleen waiting, the harder this will be for her.
The skin hardens. I'm glad I was able to show you that. When it comes to understanding the catastrophe which befell the first, one glimpse of the empty wasteland beyond the wall is worth more than an hour of Rianja's lecturing. And I needed you to know that beyond that, that Tesleen has no other choice. Nectarine will be a kindness. It isn't just a threat posed to others. When a person becomes an eater, the pain appears to be excruciating. The carers are truly fond of their wards, and would spare them that suffering. It's their way of fighting back against a fate worse than death. 0. You're back. I hope you had a nice time. Did you manage to find a nectarine? Yes. Thank you. Alisaie explained why I wanted this, has she? I can see it in your eyes. But we may not need it just yet. I spoke with the others, and we've decided to keep an eye on Halric for now. Thanks to you, though. If his time does come suddenly, we will be ready to send him on his way with a taste of happier days. And this is where I'm gonna leave it for today. Time to raid out. But to whom? Let me go to my going live here. Crafting, miniatures and models. No, not that game. Yeah, I'm just gonna go for my following list. And following list also playing. Yeah, why not send you all over to Denmo? See you all over there. Good night.